Hey, what's going on? And today I am going to be going over a new P2R goodie I received. This actually is the Billet Alternator Relocation Kit. So I did go ahead and open up the box. I didn't get to pull anything out yet to check everything out. But so I wanted to do that here with you all and give this a go. So I have never really looked into how much or where everything specifically goes. So this video here will actually be able to help you get a better understanding and see if it's right for your car or not. So, so you have the packaging peanuts. So you'll also get, I'm assuming everyone will get a P2R sticker and a Gates belt. So this should be the correct length because when you do switch to this kit, you're going to have a much smaller belt because the alternator is actually going to be going down further in the engine bay and kind of free up some of your space up top and should look cleaner. So we'll see what happens. Here's one of the three, looks like three brackets to put this alternator relocation kit on. I mean, these are beautiful looking pieces. So the machine, let's see here, has a P2R logo up here. It's closer for you all to see. Let's see. But these pieces look fantastic, so I'm sure this will definitely make the kit or the engine bay look really good. We'll see how much you can actually see of it. So that'll be another piece that'll be really interesting to find out. So you get all the screws that are the bolts to put it together with. Here's one of the smaller kits, or I mean smaller pieces. I don't know what this exactly goes to, and I don't know what this exactly goes to too as well. But we'll figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and start lining some things up and seeing how everything goes together. That way you can all have a understanding of how everything goes. I mean, there might be a guide online, but this actually should be adjustable, which is the problem with the alternator setup that I have now. It is not manual. It's not adjustable to where you can tighten up the belt. So whenever if the belt stretches at all, or in my case, not exactly sure how it happened, but the belt fell off in the middle of a race. It's fine. I had enough charge to be able to get through it. But so I actually just picked up the Gates belts and props to Gates for making great belts. I picked it back up. It's a little frayed and threw it right back on the car and I was good to go. So this piece here should be one of the adjustable pieces for adjust getting the tension right. And then assuming this is just another bracket piece to hold, but I mean, you can just see how clean these billet pieces are. I mean, they look so good. So great job to Sean P2R. You got another P2R logo on this piece as well. And really excited to put this kit on. I don't know if all my electrical cables are the right length. I checked my plug for my engine harness and it looked like it would be long enough. But of course, without the kit, I wasn't able to actually line everything up and tell. If anything, I'll just have to recut some new power cable wires and actually should just be one power cable wire for how my setup is that I need to maybe lengthen up, but hopefully I can make it work. So I'll get you guys in and we'll dive in here. So first things first, I'm going to be taking off this bracket because we no longer will need this. So just going to take out this bolt, take out this bolt under here, and the main bolt here that holds the whole alternator on. So as you can see, here is my engine wire harness. This actually should be able to be relocated instead of going up through here. I should be able to just take this down to where the alternator is going to be relocated down here. As far as the power cable, I'm hoping that I'm actually going to be able to just take this off. And I know this one will definitely be long enough. I'm pretty confident that this will be long enough. That really suck if it's not, because I actually have this cable running all the way through the car and it goes all the way to the back of the car and the trunk. And I actually have everything routed through the car and it looks so good. So if I have to redo all that, that's really going to suck. And plus this cable or these power wires are not cheap. I got the oxygen free copper wire cables and it was several $100s for the whole, for a spool of it. But it looks like I'm gonna have enough space to be able to just push, have it run down through here and down to the alternator. And then same with this piece. I'm hoping it's gonna be long enough. If not, this piece isn't as big of a deal to recut, just to go out and go down into here. So that is no problem. All right, so I'm gonna show you, this is how it actually lines up with your alternator connects and everything. So you have your two smaller bolts that are up in here. So these will be connecting to the side of the motor. I'll be showing that in a second when I get everything lined up and actually mounted. Now this is gonna be your tensioning. So you'll have your tension piece here to be able to tighten the belt. You have your bolt here that goes into your alternator and holds it in place. And the nuts actually sit inside of this nice groove here. They actually fit very, very nicely. And then you can tighten and loosen and you don't have to worry about not being able to tighten this bolt. Same thing with down here. This will actually fit inside of this groove. And then you'll be able to tighten and loosen that bolt to be able to move the alternator and actually to be able to, whenever you do the manual adjustment, I'm sure, this will pivot. And then this is actually where you'll be mounting to the motor, which will be going, those two bigger bolts will be going to this bolt here and here. And then the smaller ones will be going, I believe they will be lining up over here. So I'll get everything lined up and show you all how it looks. All right, so now for the next section, here's your bottom bracket down here, and then your upper bracket here. So for your bottom bracket, you need number 8 Allens, and then you need number 5 Allens for this one, and then the top one. And also do not forget to put your bolt on the back side here. Put that in the slot. That way that's already in there, because when you go to slide this up, you're not going to be able to get it in there. And then to just make things easier, go ahead and remove your oil dipstick, because that just kind of runs in this area. And then once you get all back together, then you can go ahead and slap your oil dipstick back on. All right, so for your next pieces, you'll have 2 bolts, and these are both 17 millimeters. So you have this one here. Go ahead, and what I did, just to make it pretty easy, I went ahead and just, this slides right into this groove here. You don't need anything to hold this in. I mean, it fits in there like a glove, just like this one up here. And then I just held it with one hand and then slid the bolt through in the other and just started turning it by hand until it caught this. And now the alternator just rotates freely. And then all you really have to do is get that other bracket put on here. And then the sliding part is just going to match up with the hole up here where the other 17 millimeter bolt will go in. So it's just going to be a simple rotate. You're going to rotate the alternator up, and then you can just slide the bolt right in. All right, so once you get that bolt in, this is where you have the big benefit of having this setup is you have this nice adjustability with being able to slide this back and forth and tightening the belt on. Maybe I should have put the belt on before. I'm going to see how it lines up here. All right, so I got everything on. A few things to note. It's actually very difficult with the way this and how close everything is. I don't think you can actually put this belt on without having the alternator off first. So actually what I did was took the alternator off both brackets and put it on the belt and kind of finagled the alternator to go on into the groove on the bottom bracket down there. And then I tightened that one up, pushed on the alternator to build the tension, which is the big feature with having this setup is you can have a slider here, and then tightened up this 17 millimeter bolt as well. So that's what worked for me. It may not be the same for everybody. Of course, you have rear wheel drive cars and buggies and everything. So some of you guys might have a little bit more room to be able to do it and all, but that's what worked for me. But The kit absolutely looks super legit. Too bad you can't see the bottom bracket. Or it's so pretty. You'll see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get everything mounted up here for my power cables. This alternator's it's had better days. Let's just say still works strong, so I'm not gonna get rid of it. Find where that piece goes, but I get that reseated. Looks like, dang, my one that I was worried about definitely has enough room. That actually is gonna be just about perfect to fit in there. This one I'm gonna have to recut, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's just a smaller version. I might be able to run it a little bit differently this time as well. But thank goodness this one fits. And then the last thing was a plug fits with this harness. Thank goodness, because PJ makes awesome harnesses, but I didn't have to order another one from him. Or an extension piece. I'm sure he could have made just an extender for that. But I'll go ahead and get everything mounted up and then kind of give you guys a view. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out and just kind of give you guys an overview of what my plans are and how everything lined up. So I was able to run the cable through here. This is all heat resistant, so it's not gonna melt or anything, no issues there. And then of course the cable plugs in nicely, it's out of the way. As for the bottom cable, I actually just have it running up here under the timing belt covers because people love to look at those and kind of it frees up a little bit of the space up here. Then I just have it running under the mounts and then held on by one of these, call these things the rubber clamps. It's pretty simple. But and then the power cable for the other one, I'm just gonna have it run up. I'm thinking I'm gonna have it run up through here, back down, and then over to the starter. But once I get everything lined up, and I'll just use this piece since I can't use it as a mock-up piece and see how it goes. I was thinking about running it. I could use this actually and run it under the headers and then, mount it against the block somewhere. But I don't know about that. So, but yeah, but other than that, the bracket looks good. I'll give you guys another view of it from under the car. So there you can see it up in here where the alternator is connected. And that's actually how I tightened it. I just got under here and really easy to tighten. So everything's, from what I can see, is easily accessible. So I just got to put my dipstick back in and just connect everything back up and I'm good to go. So feel free to comment below any questions you guys have. And also please like and subscribe and help support me. And then I'll just, stay in touch along with the build. Hey, so I actually got to my house and I forgot to announce the giveaway. So if you look back on the video, you'll see yellow timing belt covers on the engine that is on my car now. So I actually have a set that was from my old engine. They were on there about a month, so they're basically new. And so we're going to be giving those away. So here are the requirements. First of all, we have to have 100 comments because, if I'm not getting the video out, then it's not worth giving away a $150 item plus some shipping. Requirement number 2, you have to tag 3 people in your comments. The next requirement will be the J series car that you have, because these work for the J's. And the last requirement will be to obviously be a subscriber. So make sure you subscribe. So you guys got to get out there. You got to share it. And once we hit, we'll give it some time. And if we don't hit 100 comments with all those requirements on there, then it's just going to keep waiting until we get to that point. If we do hit it quickly, then we give it a little extra time. That way we can get some more people into the drawing and see who wins these timing belt covers. So go ahead and look back on the video. Look at the clear yellow timing belt covers that are on my motor now. And those are the similar set that I'm giving away. So be sure to tune in, subscribe, tag 3 people, put your car in there and share the video and subscribe. So appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you later.